It's time for another episode of Hops and Hedges, where we talk everything beer and landscaping and everything in between. So crack open a cold one and let's dig in. And we are on. Janet, how are you?
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Great. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming on to Hops and Hedges to nerd out with me a little bit about landscaping, beer, and whatever else might come up. So for those who are tuning in, I'm talking with Janet Mott from Christine's Touch Gardening, one of, in my opinion, one of the best companies for seasonal displays and planters. Oh my gosh. If I had my button gear, I would have had some pictures ready to share on the screen, but that's like too much work and I didn't figure out how to do that in time. So
I'm not tech savvy enough to help you with that either. So
excellent. You'll just have to go on their website. You guys are on Instagram as well,
yes,
right? Yep. Christine's
Christine Touch Gardening, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
If you Google them, they will come up. If you guys are in the area, Toronto, right, area,
Yes.
and you're looking for some inspiration or you need help with your planters, Christine's Touch is the place to call.
That's very kind.
Absolutely. So, you guys are in your 25th year of business.
Yes. Yes.
That's so cool.
It's very exciting.
Wow, man. Yeah, it's crazy for me to think that 3 years ago, actually, yeah, well, 2020, that I started my business and the time's just flown. Do you find like the 25 years have for you also in business have just flown, or is it kind of waves?
It really has. I mean, we still feel like we're new and little and unknown and just, we're just plugging away and doing our thing. And when people are like, I know you, or I see your trucks, or I've heard about you, and
Yeah.
it surprises me every time still. Like, yeah, 25 years. That's a long time. That's a generation that's gone by.
It is. And that's really cool. A big congrats in order because business ownership is not always easy. It's not always stress-free, right? And so 25 years, that's pretty awesome. So how did you get into, was Christine's Touch your first endeavor into landscaping, or how did this all start for you?
It really started for me as a summer job to pay for my university. So I worked for a few other gardening companies and a garden nursery. When I first started, I was 18, I think, and I could get the most amount of hours and work outside and get a suntan at the same time and pay for my. And so at that age, those were my priorities. And it was fun. It was hard work. It's what I wanted to do. I had other friends that worked for other companies, so that sort of maybe sparked my interest.
Yeah.
But it really was a summer job and not something that I thought I would continue to do. But I have a Bachelor of Architecture, and that's what started with that. So,
wow, so interesting. And I'm going to talk to you about the architecture in a minute. I do want to come back to that. That's just it's so amazing to me how quickly things change and how many people, I wonder, go into it thinking, oh, it's just a summer job to help me get through school. And then after you've done it for 4, 5, 6 summers, you're like, I actually really enjoy this.
yeah, I mean, for me, well, I always enjoyed it. I knew that. But even, I don't know, quite a number of years into having our company, I would still say, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Like we take what we do very seriously and we're totally hands-on and we're completely committed. But at the same time, we were just doing it because it's what we wanted to do at the time. And then magically 25 years have gone by and we're still doing it. So
just like that.
I don't think I'm going to switch careers at this point. Like, I think
you're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. I often tell if I'm on a job site and the client comes out, excuse me, I often say that some people, they pay to go to the gym and I actually get paid to work out. So it's like, I don't have a gym membership. Like I'm not going to the gym. I'm not going to go work out after this. I'm getting paid to work out.
For many years. And now I think I overdid it too much and improper lifting techniques my back can't handle much gardening anymore. I
Yep.
love to do it, but when I do it, my recovery time is like embarrassingly long, and it hurts me now. So I still do small amounts, but
Yep.
I mostly talk to people.
Right. You got to do what you're good at and where your strengths are, right?
Hmm.
And even I find myself, if I'm on a job site and there's any kind of stone work or hardscaping, I really want to get in there. I want the stone saw and I just want to get in there and lay stone. And I'm really good at it for about 20 minutes before my body says, you can't move stones that weigh half as your weight. Like
Yeah.
this
I'm
isn't
definitely interested in the technique and construction and the whole understanding of how everything works together, right from the foundation and structural considerations. But the actual work of it, like stone is heavy. It's
yeah,
really,
I just, you know what? There's guys who can lift things
yeah. And there's
and
these like
there's girls
suck
too.
down.
But
Yeah, people,
yep,
strong.
yep. I remember I actually have this one gentleman that I work with sometimes and he is a machine. And often when he comes on a job site, I'm like, "Okay, are you ready?" And he's like, "I pick things up and I put them down."
Oh, perfect. He
I'm
sounds
like, he's a
right.
dream in the ideal conditions, right? So
Love that. Love that.
So aside from seasonal displays and planters, which is just my favorite, so what else? What are all the services that you guys do?
Well, primarily we're a residential garden maintenance company, and
Hmm.
all of our clients are within a very small radius in Toronto, primarily Rosedale, Forest Hill, Yorkville, Lawrence Park, but everything south of the 401 and north of Bloor,
Okay.
and maybe Leslie to Bathurst. So not a huge geographical area, but very, very highly manicured,
Hmm.
meticulous gardens that, in most cases, are designed by a landscape architect.
Yep.
And we come in and care for them.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of garden remediation and rejuvenation work as well for
Hmm.
well-established gardens. We do pruning jobs, and supplementary planting.
Yep.
And occasionally we'll do a full garden planting installation as well,
Yep.
that I design. But most of it is a collaboration with other companies, I would say.
That's so funny how many people have come onto the show so far and they've all said that. And I still when I hear it, when I see it happening, to me it's so surreal still because before I got into landscaping, I did so many other different things where it was always so cutthroat. It was always everybody out for themselves and it's me against you. And in landscaping, we really do work with each other to do the best job that can be done. Like it's just to me, I think it's so cool.
Yeah, we have never felt like there's competition. We're confident in what we do, but there's also such an abundance of work.
Right.
And we specialize in certain things, and then we rely on other people for their professionalism and knowledge in things that are just outside of the scope of work we do.
Yep.
There's no threat with that. We count on each other. We rely on each other. We
Hmm.
refer people. We just want uh, we'll refer good people, and
Yep.
that's who. So yeah.
Yeah, I've experienced some of that on on both the receiving and the giving end over the last few years. I've had people call me out of the blue, and that's what they say. It's like, well, I have a really good client and they need assistance. So let me just, connect you with them and have fun. Merry Christmas. Here you go.
We could definitely do more than we offer, but it doesn't necessarily make sense to. And
Mm-mm.
um, it's great
No,
to
and
make,
when you're good at what you do,
yeah,
right? You guys have really niched down and specialize in what you do,
yeah,
right? You're
yeah,
not going to be available to work with everybody because what you do is very specialized and very high end.
yeah,
So,
yeah. And
um,
you can tell, I mean, as soon as you have a few interactions with somebody, um, that maybe isn't looking for a collaborative venture or is just more interested in what's in it for me
mhm.
versus how can I help you and the client and, make everyone happy. And you can sense it really. And
Yeah.
so just try and avoid that and do what we do best and find others that do what they do best and work together.
Right. It kind of reminds me of something that was mentioned in the Employers of Choice training. Did you end up attending one of those through LO
I
or
haven't,
no?
but Christine and Crystal both have been part
Oh,
of that.
okay.
Yeah.
But they talk about how, as an employer, when you're interviewing a prospective employee, just a reminder that they're also interviewing you.
Mhm.
And I wonder how often we forget about that as business people, that when we're having that initial consultation, we sometimes, I think, not just in landscaping, right? But as any professional, I think sometimes it's easy for us to think that we are um, supposed to impress them and really sell ourselves, but we're also interviewing them to see if they're somebody we want to work with,
Yeah.
right? It goes both ways.
Yeah. You need a right fit.
Yeah.
Client, team member, suppliers, everyone that's involved needs to be the right fit.
Absolutely. There was a talk years ago at Congress that Beth Edney did about saying no,
Mhm.
charging for designs and saying no. And she mentioned firing clients. She's like, you know what? It's not necessarily a negative thing if somebody is toxic, whether you're a homeowner and you're working with a contractor, or you're a contractor working with another contractor. And if it's not working out, sometimes it's good to just, you know what? Let's go our separate ways.
Yeah.
So,
And for our team, I mean, they are the face of our company. In most cases, our team members interact with our clients more than we do. And if they're not having a good experience and, it's a tense situation and the client is not respectful, number one, um, we shouldn't put them in that position either. Like they have to be safe. They need to feel like they are contributing, that they can do their job, and not have any sort of adverse reactions with the client. It's not worth it. Like we're going to lose a
nope.
team as a result. So.
So all the complexities of owning a business, right? I swear I'm not
100%. Yeah.
crying. I just had a bit of a choking fit. So
Oh,
sorry,
that's
I was
okay.
on
No,
mute. For those who are listening and
I
not
hope you're
watching,
okay.
excuse me, which reminds me, I need a drink. And it looks like you're at work. I'm also at work too. So I'm wondering what you're drinking or not drinking.
Well, it's not open yet, but I do have one here. I have a Muskoka Detour.
Excellent.
My door is closed, so no one else in the office knows what's going on right now, but
Yeah. That's
it's
funny.
almost the weekend.
It's funny. I had actually planned to join you with a Muskoka detour because that's one of my favorites
Ooh,
as well.
yeah.
We actually made a stop at the Muskoka Brewery on a RV trip that me and my friend took. So I have with me, also not opened yet, is Collective Arts, Life in the
Oh,
Clouds.
yes. Mhm.
And what's really cool about this one is they keep changing the can art,
Yes.
which is really cool because I think the first time I picked it up because I like the can,
That's very
and the
often
can
how
is
I
always
like
different.
beer and wine. It's got to have a pretty label.
Yeah. So it's not open
A
yet,
friend of
but
mine
I do
too.
have a glass of
So,
Perrier.
okay,
the
well, I
the
just
high
opened mine.
end beer
You're doing
Perrier.
very well as a designer. Look at you.
Oh, that's too funny. Um, in your questionnaire too, when we were talking about beer and um, you referred to COVID beer, COVID
Yeah.
beer because it's cheap.
Yes, exactly.
Do you know what? I have never heard the term COVID beer before. And when I
Well,
read it, I was like, that sounds really gross.
you're
What
right.
is she drinking?
You're
Oh, but
right.
it's talking about the price point. I get
I
it.
should clarify. Yeah. So, it's clean. The cans, yeah, there's nothing
COVID
COVID
free. That's
other
good.
than the period of time when I started drinking um a particular beer. I don't know if I should mention it or not, but it was basically to be more economically responsible. Times were tough. There was a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
And so I probably drank more and I was trying to choose more economical beers.
Yep. Well, and
But
that's
when I was drinking wasn't terrible. And
mhm.
so it has continued beyond COVID to be like my hockey night beer because after I'm done playing hockey, I'm hot and sweaty and thirsty. And
You
the
need a
first
beer.
beer I drink too fast. So
Yeah.
I don't want to waste a good beer.
But it's not a terrible beer. So please do. So what is this beer that what's your
Okay,
hockey
well,
beer?
that one is Laker Red.
Laker
So
Red. Okay.
like, I think it's gone up in price now. I think it's like 220 a can, but it's pretty
Oh
cheap.
my gosh.
Yeah,
This was like $4.
I know. I know. Like it's like half price beer. So
I didn't realize you could get beer that cheap. I might
oh,
have to see if I can.
yeah.
Anyway, we'll
I mean,
see.
it isn't an IPA, that's for sure.
Right.
But because it's a red, it has a little more flavor than
Some of
some
those
other
other
I
ones.
really don't like. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to name those ones.
We won't name those
No,
ones. Not worth
no.
it.
Very fun. Um, and talking about favorite places, I had no idea you had so much property until
Yeah.
your questionnaire. So how much space have you got?
We have 10 acres of forest, pretty much. Tree.
Oh my gosh. That
Mhm.
just sounds like paradise to me.
It's beautiful. I mean, we don't even have windows or don't have windows. We don't have any curtains on our windows.
Ah,
My kids' bedrooms do so that they'll
yep.
go to sleep. But no, I want to see the outside as much as possible. I want to wake up in the morning and be able to see the forest. And when I get home and before I go to bed, first thing, last thing that I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So do you
And because
get
we don't have just like close by, we can, we don't need curtains. So
oh, I love that. Man, we've got a not quite a postage stamp because we're not in Toronto, right? We're in London. Um, postage stamp. That's such a weird term. I don't even know where I got that from. Oh, my
no, but
brain.
I know exactly what you mean because
Right? Yeah.
shoebox the postage stamp lot. Yeah.
There you go. Well, we've got by far the worst garden on the street, and it makes me laugh every time I come home because the best garden. So we're on a dead end street, cul-de-sac, and the lady across the street, her garden is actually on my Instagram. I have this fun video where I'm sitting in her garden and I'm saying, guys, I got to show you my garden. Welcome to my beautiful garden. And then I have Margaret with the phone filming me and she's like, Heather, what are you doing at my house? You don't live here. So, and she's right across the street from me. So she has the best garden. I have the worst garden. So I look forward to maybe having a podcast episode with her in her garden and doing
That
it
would be
live
really cool.
when
Yeah.
the snow's gone.
Right. Yeah.
So, and is that your favorite, like garden style or theme is more like the woodland natural
Well,
aesthetic-ish?
not for me designing. I have a hard time having success with that style of garden, like
Yep.
actually implementing it in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
My garden at home works really well, but it literally, like, it's Mother Nature. I have
Yep.
nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's an achievable garden style when it isn't a person that's doing it, or at least in my case.
Yep.
Um, I mean, the conditions at my house, I think, are fantastic too. It is all sand. Like, I don't even know how far deep. My well is 96 feet deep and it is sand the whole way down.
Wow.
Um, there, 100 years ago, before they did this whole tree planting project, like in the 1930s, I think, it was literally sand dunes everywhere in the area where I live.
Okay.
And so the trees are shallow rooted, like trees fall a lot. Once
Whoops.
they get like 80 feet tall, they just like fall over.
Yep.
But the digging, the growing conditions with a filtered light and the good drainage, like honestly, it's everything grows at my house, which is
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I just don't have the time really to invest in a great garden. And I did previously, and then it was like insanely big and um, I let Mother Nature take it back. So the forest has sort of creeped back into my garden space, which still has beautiful perennials among everything else that Mother Nature has
Yeah.
reintegrated back into. So, I mean, I love it for where I live.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't a garden style that we tend to or plant so much in Toronto.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think is understandable, right? For the area and the clientele that you're dealing with. It's not really
Yeah, we
doable in most of those
mostly
spaces.
do
So,
very minimalist or contemporary,
mhm.
highly manicured gardens, very formal looking. And
Gotcha.
I mean, they definitely have some tricky areas where there's mature trees or ravine properties. And so uh, we try to incorporate woodland style and uh, characteristics to the garden.
Yep.
I just find it's really tricky to get small plant material, or I should say even like large plant material into those areas. You have to start small and allow them to grow into this space.
Yep.
Because you're contending with the roots of, the trees are always going to win because the strongest
Mm-hmm.
um, survival of the fittest and the dominance of them, I guess. So
Yep. I was thinking too, even before I read your response on the questionnaire talking about the filtered light and all the trees that you have. So house plants are like a no.
no, and we have two wood stoves as well. So in the winter, our house is very dry.
Yep.
Um, and then we have a big overhang all around the house and then the trees. So, um, yeah, there isn't a lot of bright light that comes in.
Hmm. So do you have a favorite plastic house plant? Or not
We
yet?
used to have a boxwood at work, but no, you know what? I just don't have any plants in my house. It's kind of sad, but
That's okay.
because there's no curtains, I have everything surrounding outside. So big windows and,
Then it kind of
yeah,
feels like nature is inside, right? Because
right.
you if you have the windows and it's nice and
Yeah,
open, then you kind of have that still like biophilic concept design where the outside feels like it's inside,
absolutely. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So our house, we have we have two south facing windows. One is here in the guest room and it overlooks the garage roof.
Beautiful.
It's great. And then the other window is a small hole in the wall that's the downstairs bathroom and it's frosted over. So you can't see anything out that anyway. So I have grow lights, which I don't have on right now because it looks like there's a big halo behind me when I'm on Zoom if I have that plant or if I have that light on. So, um, so I think on your thing, because you were talking about that you don't really have a favorite plant,
No,
but
not really. I mean, I love so many. Uh,
yeah, it's hard to pick. I was
it-
surprised when Sean James was on the podcast and he right out the get, like we were about to sign off and he's like, "You never asked me about what my favorite plant is." And I was like, "You have a favorite plant? Like you can pick one?" And he was like, "Yep, goldenrods." Or not goldenrods, sorry. He said milkweed.
oh, cool.
Like it's like, "Okay, I just assumed that you had a gazillion favorite plants, so I didn't ask you." So I wanted to give you the opportunity, and I wanted to ask you in case you did have a favorite or favorites.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I know it's a hard one.
for flower, I think the first flower that comes to mind that I typically say are tulips. And I think I just love their simplicity. I love the bright colors in the spring, like the punch of brightness and
Yeah.
happiness that they and it's the start of a new season.
Hmm.
Um, I
Happiness is
have,
a good way to put it. You know, you can't
yeah,
really,
they're
it's hard
very
to not be
peaceful.
happy looking at tulips.
Yeah. And
So,
I got married in October, and I did not have tulips in my bouquet or any of the floral stuff for the wedding because seasonally it wasn't right. So
yeah,
even though I loved them, I'm like, I can't do it. Like it doesn't make sense. So
no. Have you ever seen the tulip thing in Ottawa? I don't even know what it's called right now.
I haven't, but I have gone to the Netherlands with Caroline, my bulb lady.
Oh,
And we
that
went
would be so
to eat,
cool.
now I can't remember what it was called. Kuchenheim. It's like the kitchen gardens. Anyway, they plant more than 1 million tulips or something, like
Oh
maybe.
my gosh.
And we were there in the winter, so we didn't see them in bloom, but they were already starting to come up. And I've seen pictures like when they are in bloom, and it's
Yeah.
just they have like a team of I don't know how many people planting, 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 and they do it all by hand, and it's just like crazy.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's nuts. I've seen I think I like tulips like I like my beer. Like I like the weirdos. You know, I mean, there's
Like
something really nice about a simple yellow or a simple white tulip. Like
uh-huh.
they're especially planted en masse. But every once in a while, I think Vessie's Seeds actually has a brand new tulip out. You should look on their website, or I should find it and send it to you because they're having a name the tulip contest.
Ooh, okay.
So, and it's green and white. So
Oh, I
it's
like
pretty cool.
those.
It's like a ruffled, I don't think it's a parrot, and I don't think it's
Okay.
a fringe tulip. I think it's like one of those ice cream variety
Okay.
of tulips.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very pretty. Anyway, so I saw one in Ottawa that, I mean, I saw a gazillion in Ottawa, but there was one that really took me back, and I think it's called lion's mane. I've got a picture of it somewhere, but just like um, flame red, orange, and yellows, and it was huge. It was a peony tulip, and I had
Oh, nice.
never seen a peony tulip before. I didn't know that was a thing, but they're huge. Like the flowers on them, they were massive.
Wow.
So I do have a favorite tulip, and it's that one. And I'm not even 100% sure that's what it's called.
I
So
don't know if I have a particular tulip variety that's my favorite. I like all of them.
yeah, it's I like how you say in the spring, right? Just seeing them and it's signals the change of the season and
Yeah,
just that little boost of happiness, right? Oh, I
absolutely.
can't wait. I can't wait. Spring will be here soon. So have you got in your work, do you have a favorite piece of equipment that you like to use or a go-to can't live without type thing?
Hmm. Well, our team is fantastic at hedge trimming. And we have gas powered ones, but we also have battery powered, like rechargeable ones. And then we have
Yep.
these little handheld ones that almost look like you could cut hair with them because they're so
Mm-hmm.
tiny. And all of those are essential in achieving like perfectly straight
Yeah.
lines and also boxwood cloud formations. So all of those tools together to achieve like really, really pristine shapes
Yeah.
and forms and hedges, I think are fantastic. I also just like a garden edger, like a
Mm-hmm.
clean edge to differentiate a garden from a lawn.
Yeah.
I think that is probably the easiest and most effective way to clean up a space and make it more presentable. Like if you don't have soil
Absolutely.
sloping down and kind of like going over onto a hard surface, those clean edges and then the differentiation, like a 90 cut
Mm-hmm.
between a lawn and a garden, I think are beautiful.
Those small ones I think are really cool because I've got a bum shoulder from many jobs ago working construction. And so using even just a line trimmer, I can't. My shoulder won't lift it. And I'm short, so I have to like hold it like this, right? I need a kid's line trimmer, you
We
know?
actually we had someone, they don't work with us anymore, but a few years ago, I think they were 410 or maybe even 4'9". We had one of our line trimmers custom made for them. So we had the shaft cut shorter and
Yep.
it rewired so that it was the right size for them. And then
Ah,
conversely, we had somebody that was 6'6" or 6'7". And so we had a whole set of tools made for him with longer handles and
it makes
it made
such a difference,
yeah,
right? If you're going to be doing that for hours
right.
and day after day, if you can have that ergonomic, is that what the word's called? Like made to suit you. We're all different shapes and sizes. And unfortunately, I
No
find
WSIB
generally,
claims on repetitive strain or, back injuries from them.
yeah, oof, no thanks. That's another one where I just, oh, I'll get someone else to do that.
Yeah. And hand pruners, secateurs are
Yep.
probably, if someone comes to work and they don't have them on their side, we'll send them home. Like it's the most
Yeah.
essential tool.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you the number of times I have been somewhere outside of work and I need to like open a bag of milk and like I go for my pruners. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't use them, but like
Right.
I'm so used to
Instinctual.
grab them, or
Yeah.
like if you need to tighten a screw and you can use the tip of the pruners. I've used them for many things you're not supposed to use them for, but like it
Right.
is an essential tool. Absolutely.
Yeah. I've got, um, trying to think when I was, sorry, my brain stopped working. ADHD. Um, Oh, with the pruners, how often I've been somewhere random, like a parking lot of a grocery store, and they'll have a planter, and usually it's boxwood, what I notice, and there's a tiny sprig that's dead, and
Yeah.
I just want to go back to my car and get my pruners so that I can,
Mhm.
and it's not my contract.
Yeah.
I'll be
I'll clean
visiting a
it
friend's
on the
house and I'll be
sidewalk.
like,
Like I can't help it.
yeah, sorry, do you have a trowel? Because I just noticed this thing in your driveway that I just would like to move over because
Yeah,
it's not in the right spot.
all the time.
Ugh, too funny.
And then for some reason, wearing my tools, wearing my pruners, and I usually have my phone in a holster, and I also have my keys on a carabiner on my waist.
Yeah.
I go into any store and people think I work there because
Yep.
I look like, I don't know, the handy person
Yep.
or
Me
the
too.
whatever, like very official. So it could
Yep.
be any store.
It's so funny. How often I get that too. And I think part of it too, somebody told me actually before that certain people, and I think you're one of these people too, that walks like you have purpose,
Very deliberately. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm also one of those people. So if
Yeah.
I'm in a store, number one, I hate shopping unless it's
Me
for
too.
plants.
Oh,
I love
of
plant
course.
shopping.
Yeah.
But if I need jeans, I'm going to the rack, I'm going to my size, I'm trying it on, and then I'm leaving.
Yeah. There's no browsing.
No, no.
Yeah.
Um, so talking about what because you guys are doing maintenance and what's that kind of stuff. You were saying your biggest hurdle is the admin support, and you are not alone in that, right? So having that, I think we get so good at what we do that the back end support of the business stuff, it starts to pile up, and
Yeah. And I
I'm
mean,
also
we have a
dealing with
team.
that.
Like there's 6 of us working full time year
Yep.
round, and it's not enough.
No.
Um, we have pretty complex is not the right word. Really our systems are fantastic and they're very well complex, but like clean and they're very specific.
Nice.
And so the learning curve maybe to get on board, especially if you're like me, where I'm like a pen and paper person still. I'm
Mm-hmm.
living in the 80s or whatever. Um,
Yep.
it's not always the easiest thing to catch on to, and we're pulled in a lot of directions. So I mean, ultimately, I think, we're part of the problem of our availability and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
we're working on developing systems and having a training plan and a dashboard basically with like sort of our own in-house manuals, how to operate and function everything so that in addition to like face-to-face learning and spending time with people that we have everything outlined for them as much as possible. But I mean, with all of our roles, actually, it's tricky with work-life balance and the availability of people now and just life. There's
Mm-hmm.
had to be very adaptable to matching our needs with what people have available as well and what their needs are. And so like a 9 to 5 job is not really
Right.
what's coming our way anymore or
No.
really filling that position.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, I mean, we start at 6:45 in the morning. So 9 is kind of late, but we don't, it's finding the balance of having someone available for our team on the back end or like in-house
Yep.
when we're here. And then getting all of, everything that's not, everything that's working on the business instead of in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys don't do snow, right?
No, no.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
So you've got 6 people who work year round, and then in the summer, how many do you bring on?
Low 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did mention that you will be hiring,
Mhm.
right? So if anybody tunes in, I'm not sure, I'll have to let you know the date that this podcast episode will be released.
Cool.
But yes, if you're tuning in and it's not November of 2024 or later, then Christine's Touch would love to hear from you,
We're always looking for good people.
right?
Always. Yeah.
So we're just about out of time. I will make sure that I have your contact information on the podcast listing. So anybody who wants to get in touch with you for your services or maybe a job can do that.
Awesome. Thank you.
I want to end with, if you had advice for somebody who is thinking about starting a landscape maintenance company, what is that one little tidbit that you could give? Putting you on the spot.
Ideally have a business partner. Anyone that is a sole proprietor, you're a rock star. Like I could not do this without my business partner. So thank you to Christine. And the other really important thing is a business plan. And some of that getting started is like make-believe scenarios, but you really have to visualize and like write things out, whether it's week to week, month to month, your expectations, your capacity. When we first started, we were fortunate enough that there was a government initiative that part of being on EI, you could get a business coach through them and have access to their actual like physical office where you could use that. And this is back in the day where there was like fax machines and photocopiers and you could use their boardroom if you needed, but they had like lawyers and banking people, representatives. Try and find a program. There must be something that supports new entrepreneurs. And even if there isn't, maybe through like a college or a high school or something online, establish a business plan and create projections and have an estimate. Like you've got to have your numbers so you know what you're working towards and compare and track everything. Like get your business register, HST number right from the beginning and have a program like QuickBooks or Excel. Put it all down and get used to it when you're little so that as you grow, it can evolve and you're never starting in panic mode.
Right. That's kind of where I'm finding myself, even though I've been in business technically for 3 years. But it's like, well, next year I most likely will be in a position to have 1 or 2 co-op students. So now I'm looking back. It's like, what did I track? What have I not been tracking? And how do I take what I've done and make it a system, right? And put those systems in place. So,
and it's important for like business loans and a line of credit and business banking and even credit with suppliers. You know, the more professional you are straight from the beginning. And branding, you know, like get your niche, find your niche and what your passion is. And
absolutely.
If you're savvy, you know, your website and Instagram can match that, or, you know, find someone to help you with that.
Well, that is excellent advice.
That's more than one thing.
That's okay. I love it. I love it. So thanks again for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
And, we will be in touch, but all the best for you and your business. And I'm sure I'll see you around.
I hope so. I hope so. Thank you so much for asking me to do this. This was fun.
No problem. Thanks, Janet.
Okay. Take care, Heather. Thanks.
That concludes this week's episode. Tune in every Wednesday for someone new and some new brew. Don't forget to click the follow button to stay in touch. See you next time.